everybody, and welcome back to another edition of Cubs Daily. My name is Steven Ryan. The Cubs pull out an exciting 2-1 victory yesterday against the Padres in extra innings, and it was exactly everything you kind of wanted to see following a catastrophic 10-4 loss the day before. We'll break down that game. We got a flurry of roster moves the Cubs made yesterday. We got 2 new pitchers on the staff and a new position player, and then we have some more unfortunate news to talk about regarding a former Cub. But we'll get into all that here in a moment, ladies and gentlemen. Just want to say thank you to everyone who's liked the videos, subscribed to the channel, and commented down below. Thank you. Your support truly means a lot to me. Now, I want to ask you guys a question. What was your favorite part about the victory yesterday, right? What was the most exciting part about the Cubs' 2-1 win against the Padres? Obviously, it probably wasn't the offense, but maybe it was the clutch hitting. Maybe it was the new arms in the bullpen coming through. Maybe it was Ryan Pressly not so stressful yesterday. Let me know. I want to hear your thoughts down below, ladies and gentlemen. But let's get into that Cubs victory, 2-1, an excellent all-around ball game. It was a tight sweat. I ain't gonna lie. April 15th, I don't really want to sweat baseball games like that, but it's part of the grind, right, ladies and gentlemen? The Cubs come October are going to be in a lot of close games. There's going to be a lot of close games all season long, and you got to be able to figure out ways to win, and the Cubs just did that, ladies and gentlemen. Shota pitched a fantastic game. That home run to Machado, I'm not saying it was BS because he absolutely smoked that ball, but I think every Cub fan and their mother knows he should never even have that chance to swing at that ball, because Kyle Tucker, a Gold Glover, generally doesn't drop that. And the defense, who's the infield defense, which is generally just relatively solid, they dropped another one of his foul balls. So just a quirky, way to score the run. But what I liked about that is, adversity hit the Cubs in the face, and then the next inning, the Cubs score the tying run to keep it knotted at 1 apiece. And then the bullpen battled for 4 more innings. 6, 7, 8, 9. I believe Palencia came in and did a job. Caleb Thielbar got the save. Ryan Pressly did his thing. The Cubs absolutely battled yesterday. They kept the Padres offense, who, by the way, they're 14-4. That was their first home loss. That offense is very, very good. They kept it to a minimum, ladies and gentlemen. They did an absolutely fantastic job. And then when the extra innings hit and you get that California runner on second, boom. Nico Horner slashes a double to right center field, ends up on third. I want to see the Cubs find a way to eventually, make sure that that is a guaranteed run. But it's okay. Caleb Thielbar came in, did the job the next inning, and the Cubs get out of there with a 2-1 victory. And all I can ask for is a chance to win the series, right? A chance to win the series. That's going to be today, 3:10 Central Time. Matthew Boyd going on the bump against Nick Pivetta, a guy the Cubs have already seen this year. Both have fantastic ERAs. The Cubs starting pitching has been absolutely fantastic this year, ladies and gentlemen. I know the bullpen has been rocky, but they've definitely shown flashes of excellence here in the past few weeks as well. And again, you have to remember last year, right? That bullpen was not where we wanted it to be in the first 2 months, but June through September, it was one of the best bullpens in all of baseball. So I know Craig Counsell knows what he's doing, and I think that is what inspired this series of moves right here, ladies and gentlemen. The Cubs are mixing up the roster, okay? We got Vidal Brujan coming in. Matt Shaw, the #1 prospect, is going to be sent down. Obviously, he's just not seeing it well at the plate. It's, again, the Major League game is a complete adjustment for everybody. There's not many players that just come up and start dominating right away. The positive thing about Matt Shaw is, though, is he is a quick learner. He learned a new position defensively. Naturally a second baseman / shortstop. He went over to third, and I think he did a really, really good job. He made the tough plays. It's the hot corner. He took the line shots. Of course, he had some errors, but that just comes with the territory. Remember when the Cubs stuck Chris Morel there last year? It was an absolute disaster. So, good on Matt Shaw. The glove will fit at third. We just need that bat to come around, and I think he will get that done. So the Cubs are bringing Vidal Brujan off the IL, and Matt Shaw is going back down. In another series set of moves, the Cubs are optioning Nate Pearson, who unfortunately has been absolutely struggling this year, down to AAA, and Eli Morgan is going on the 15-day DL. This opens up 2 more roster spots, and they're calling up the left-hander Luke Little and bringing in our main man, Danny Palencia. So, Cubs had 2 new arms. It already paid dividends yesterday. Danny Palencia came in and was fantastic. I'm excited because the Cubs are adding another left-hander to the bullpen. Just allows a lot more flexibility. And Luke Little throws a little bit harder than Caleb Thielbar, who's been fine, by the way. He's just more of a he's more of a position pitcher in the sense of like he needs to place the ball exactly, kind of like Kyle Hendricks and Greg Maddux, like where they just need to put the ball right where it needs to be for them to get the calls that they want. They're not going to blow it by you. Luke Little has a little more gas in the tank in that sense. And then Daniel Palencia, I don't know if you guys know him from the past few years. He throws straight cheddar. 100 miles per hour. His main issue has been control pretty much throughout his young career. But I think he's going to figure it out here over the next few weeks. Give him some spot rolls. It was a high leverage inning last night, right? 1-1 game. Come in, shut the door, make it happen. Base runners are going to get on, the whole nine. It's about you bouncing back. And I think the Cubs did an absolutely fantastic job of representing that yesterday. Bouncing back was absolutely the name of the game, and the Cubs did very well. So, bullpen arms, we had Palencia and Luke Little, a lefty and a righty, helped solidify the bullpen and help push this team forward down the line. Very exciting to see. So, let's get on to the last bit of news here, ladies and gentlemen. Unfortunately, it pains me. It pains me to talk about this. Just what this man has been through. Deep down, I think every Cub fan knows that they would want Kris Bryant to be a Cub for life. I think, given what he meant to us during that 2016 World Series run, unfortunately, I think the front office kind of saw the writing on the wall with the continuous back issues and all those things. And as difficult of a decision it was to let Kris Bryant walk, I still personally think it was the correct one. We did trade him to the Giants in the 2021 season so he could help them with a team they had their best record in a long time on that team. But unfortunately for the Rockies, Kris Bryant has been diagnosed with lumbar degenerative disc disease, which I don't know the full depths of that. It doesn't sound very good. It doesn't sound good whatsoever. He's only on the 10-day IL, so, maybe when he gets back, he'll be ready to play a little bit more, but he's obviously been struggling as a Rocky. He's been struggling this year. He's just kind of been struggling ever since 2017, 2018. It all started, the year after he won the MVP. It wasn't like a season-ending injury, but it was kind of just like a quick twitch injury, and just hasn't been the same player, and he's just gone downhill, and it just sucks to see because Kris Bryant had so much talent, ladies and gentlemen. You just remember that 4-year trajectory, right, through college. Golden Spikes Player of the Year, Minor League Player of the Year, Rookie of the Year, and then he was the MVP of all of baseball and helped the Cubs break a generational curse. I mean, right there. Kris Bryant is a part of that, ladies and gentlemen. He made that happen. So, just unfortunate to see with our main man, Kris Bryant, an absolutely special talent. Just, I'm gutted for the guy. Obviously, I know he makes a lot of money. He'll be perfectly fine, but these guys love baseball. You don't play baseball because you're like, I could just hit the baseball. I'm good at hitting. I mean, maybe unless you're Anthony Rendon. He's the only exception to the rule that I know of, but generally speaking, a lot of these guys that play, they love baseball, and they love playing baseball. So, pain to see that for my main man, Kris Bryant. Again, humongous contributor to that Cubs World Series team. But, again, I still am 100% in the camp. The Cubs made the right decision. Try to get talent for him. But, unfortunately, that didn't work out as well. So, again, Cubs game today at 3:10 Central Time, ladies and gentlemen. We got Matthew Boyd versus Nick Pivetta. We're going to have an off day tomorrow. We'll discuss some more fun things then. But then, Friday, 1:20, we got the Diamondbacks, ladies and gentlemen, and I will be there. I'm taking my son to his first official Cubs game. I'm excited for him to see Wrigley Field, and I'm excited for the Cubs to fly the W. I hope you all have an absolutely fantastic day. I'll see you soon.